exclusive, from prisons to, there's just so many unnecessary items that are on the exclusive list that overburden the federal government.
Okay.
I would have loved to see where we're going even a little bit further. But like I said, it's an ongoing process, and I hope at some point we will revisit some of these areas so we can have a true federal structure where states.
What is your thinking, and perhaps that of the House, about the expectation of Nigeria Labour Congress about moving minimum wage matter from the exclusive list to the concurrent list? They're looking to the House of Reps now.
Well, I think that has been done. That has been done. The minimum wage remains within the purview of the federal government. Again, a lot of my positions may not necessarily be political. Again, I don't know if that is the best when we're talking about federalism, because uniformity and federalism are not necessarily do not necessarily go together. The development of states must be based according to the resources and whatever the different things, the vagaries, the environment of each particular state. So it's that the minimum wage thing is something that can be debated, and my brothers in the Labour Congress may not necessarily agree with me. For you to have one uniform minimum wage, I think it's something we should look at.
All right, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, thank you very much indeed for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
All right, and Honorable Baja is the minority leader in the House of Representatives. We'll return in just a moment. Please join us again.
I think it is unconstitutional for the governors not to allow the local government areas to be on their own in terms of the management of their finances. One is a breach of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When the governors were sworn in, with that secret document, they said in their oath of office that they will obey and respect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You cannot remove the goalpost when you are about to score. You cannot say because you are a governor today, now you are not going to obey the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The joint account, as it's being operated across the country today, is fraudulent. The joint account is not supposed to be run in such a manner that you take all the rights of the local government. By extension, you swallow the allocation.
This special time, there is no greater virtue than sharing the nourishment of Peak in special Ramadan packs. Ramadan Kareem from Peak.
Dike joins us this morning to continue our focus on this amendment. Morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Good morning.
Well, yes, we've seen the perspective of a member of the House, Honorable Prt1, about this amendment. He says it was done in good faith, but everybody doesn't see it like that, certainly. But what do you think?
Which aspect is done in good faith?
The immunity clause removal.
Well, with tremendous respect to Honorable Prt1, I don't think it is entirely done in good faith.
Why?
Let me take you back to the battle of wills and the rivalry that has existed between the executive and the legislature. If you notice, before this time, there was a time the legislature was like trying to propose immunity for themselves. And of course, the whole country cried out. And I don't entirely believe that it is done in good faith. Again, when we look at the result, I noticed when you asked him, what was the intent of the legislator, in removing the immunity clause, and I don't think he came up with anything that is quite compelling to me. I want to believe that my own impression and my own opinion is that it wasn't necessary in the first instance. It was an exercise in futility. Why? Why would you remove that immunity clause? First and foremost, the reasoning, superficially of course, is that so that the executive can be up and doing with their job, so that we can also be able to prosecute them when they are, probably doing things that are fraudulent, now that we are enmeshed in fraud. Practicability. One, the nature of our criminal justice system is such that if, for instance, you take a governor to court and charge him for probably embezzlement or whatever, it's a criminal offense. And the procedure and the rules say that he must be present. An accused person must be present at his trial all through the time. In other words, he must be in court every day of the day. Oh, sure. Once the accused person is not in court, I mean, you can't continue. You just can't continue because there is nothing you can say behind him. He has to be attending his court trial. And in other words, we are not looking at a situation where a governor comes to court in the morning and probably waits till in the evening when probably his case is called up, assuming he doesn't have a senior advocate of Nigeria that will have his case called out of turn. Then he has to. I'm talking about distracting a governor. Again, look at the flip side of it. Criminal law does not run against time. That is to say, a crime is not time bound. That is not statute banned. You can prosecute a case that, I mean, a crime, an offense that was done in 1970 if you happen to apprehend the offender today. So, the question is, within the period that the person was governor or president, as it were, he can still be investigated, at least from the Supreme Court decision that was procured by Gani, of blessed memory. So, in other words, you can investigate the person and then prosecute him when he is out of office. And the first question I was going to ask then was that out of the not less than 70 governors that have left office since we had this, since 1999, how many of them have gone to jail? I may not ask that question, how many of them have been prosecuted? A number of them have been prosecuted. But have we secured one single conviction? Not one governor is in jail today. Not one senator is in jail today. Not one legislator is in jail today. Not even a local government chairman is in jail.